Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and let's start decoding the Hindu newspaper dated 4th of October 2021. As you all know, we decode the Hindu newspaper every day from Monday to Saturday. Sunday is a holiday for all of you for self study. You have to self study the newspaper. So on Sundays. But from Monday to Saturday, I will be decoding the newspaper as well as the editorials in the same. Okay, and every day when we decode the newspaper, in the initial beginning of the decoding lecture, I inform you that today's newspaper is specifically we are decoding it from the perspective of prelims or for the perspective of mains. So following on the same tradition, today's newspaper we are decoding from the perspective of preliminary examination, because the articles which have been in today's newspaper, they are targeting the prelims aspect of UPSC CSE. Okay, so we will be studying the newspaper from the perspective of preliminary examination. And as you all know that prelims 2021 is coming, it's due in 6 days. So the students who are preparing for 2021, they also have to read the newspapers very diligently. And the students who are preparing for 2022 and 23, today's newspaper is really important for you. Okay, so make sure that you take short notes during the class के साथ साथ ना मेरे साथ साथ short notes लेते जाना, because when you take short notes it becomes easy for you to revise afterwards. And I also create notes, handmade notes for all of you in these lectures, so that it becomes easy for you to relate to the articles and take them down or note them down. Okay, so let's begin. शुरू करते हैं आज का lecture. I guess you all are ready. As per the tradition, first, we are going to solve a prelims related question and then we will start the lecture. The question is, the service area approach was implemented under the purview of Integrated Rural Development Program, Lead Bank Scheme, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, National Skill Development Mission. So answer this question in the comment section. फटाफट से बताएं इसका आंसर क्या होगा. The service area approach, it is implemented under the purview of, किसके अंडर इसको implement किया जाता है, जल्दी से बताओ. Very easy question. The answer is very good. It is lead bank scheme. Correct answer है lead bank scheme. So over here, lead bank scheme, it was introduced in 1969 by RBI, Reserve Bank of India, on the recommendation of the Gadgil Study Group and Bankers Committee. The aim of lead bank scheme is to provide banking credit in rural areas. सर्विस एरिया अप्रोच के थ्रू, जिसमें एक बैंक को एक एरिया के लिए असाइन किया जाएगा और उसके थ्रू हर रूरल एरिया में एडिक्वेट बैंकिंग क्रेडिट फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड कराई जाएगी. ओके, सो दैट इज द लीड बैंक स्कीम. सो बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर. Now moving on to the first important article, search for tiger T23 continues. We already covered this news on 2nd of October 2021, the Hindu newspaper analysis. Again we are covering it because here they are talking about Kumki elephants. Now they are searching for tiger T23 and it is said that this tiger is injured and it has also attacked 4 villagers. So that is why the team of forest officials are searching for this tiger. So here 2 Kumki elephants have been brought in order to search for this tiger. So what is Kumki elephant? ये Kumki elephants क्यों and why Kumki elephants are being used to search for this tiger? Because Kumki is a term which is used in India for trained captive Asian elephants. Now what are these trained captive Asian elephants? They are used in operations. किसी भी तरीके के wild elephant को या wild animal को trap करने के लिए, ढूंढने के लिए Kumki elephants का use किया जाता है. They are basically trained elephants which are used to trap any wild animal or elephant or to rescue or provide medical treatment to injured elephant or animal. Okay. So Karnataka, you have to remember this point for prelims because in 2020 a question came in prelims. Karnataka has highest number of wild elephants, total around 14,612, and elephant is an endangered species which is under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Now here you have to understand one thing. If we are putting any animal in the Schedule 1, what does that mean? Tiger is also put under Schedule 1. What does that mean? It means that that animal will get high level of protection and anybody who has the ownership of that animal must have the certificate of ownership. And they should also provide adequate facilities for maintaining that elephant, for upkeeping of that elephant or housing that animal. ओके, पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया। तो अगर किसी को शेड्यूल 1 में डाला जाता है वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट की, इसका मतलब उनको हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन देना पड़ेगा, और जो उनको ओन करेगा उसके पास सर्टिफिकेशन ऑफ ओनरशिप भी होनी चाहिए। So this is the Kumki elephant. Another important point is over here you can see Muddumulai Tiger Reserve they are mentioning. We have to understand and learn the location. Muddumulai Tiger Reserve is at the tri-junction of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. Remember these three states. You can also remember by this acronym K2T. कर्नाटका, केरला एंड तमिलनाडु, K2T। इसके ट्राई जंक्शन पे ये टाइगर रिजर्व है। एंड देयर इज अ मोयार रिवर विच फ्लोज डाउनस्ट्रीम इनटू द मुदुमुलाई टाइगर रिजर्व। And this Muddumulai Tiger Reserve, it forms part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, which is the first biosphere reserve in India. Okay. So these are the important points that we have taken up from this article. Now see, you must be learning daily how we are picking up important topics for prelims in these articles. Similarly, Unacademy has also launched weekend current affairs simplified batches for all of you, which have started from 2nd October. In these batches, we at Unacademy are covering all the current affairs from sources like the Hindu newspaper, Indian Express newspaper, government websites, government magazines, etc. And these current affairs will be covered on weekends by expert educators. So you will be getting all the current affairs from all the important sources for UPSC examination hassle free. आपको इधर उधर ढूंढने की, रिसर्च करने की, भागने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। अनअकैडमी पर एक्सपर्ट एजुकेटर्स के द्वारा सारे करंट अफेयर्स को वीकेंड्स पे आपको प्रोवाइड करवाया जाएगा एक्सपर्ट्स के द्वारा एनालिसिस के फॉर्म में। And this course will be supported by giving you the soft copy of Unacademy's monthly current affairs magazine called Unacademy Articulate. This batch is already started from 2nd October. Plus there are new batches which we have started and they are going to begin from 6th October. And these are 1-year UPSC CSE preparation batch and 2-year UPSC CSE preparation batch. These batches will be for 2022 and 23 aspirants. So if you are the one who are preparing for 2022 or 23 and if you want to cover everything for UPSC CSE under the expert guidance from the scratch including NCERT's test series, answer writing, answer evaluation, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus today. And for your convenience, we are launching the batches in 2 different languages, Hindi and English. So if you are a Hindi medium student, you can enroll in the Hindi batch. If you are an English medium student, you can enroll in the English batch. And these batches are starting from 6th of October. If you are the one who are focusing mostly on mains, prelims you will self-study, but you are focusing mostly on mains, then for those students also we have a different batch. Mission All India Rank 1 batch, Quality Enhancement and Answer Writing Program starting from 18th October. So this will be a 3 months course wherein we will be covering the entire syllabus of mains, a 360-degree coverage of entire syllabus in a very crisp manner so that your time will also not be wasted and the entire syllabus coverage will also be done along with doubt clearing sessions to clear your concepts, and we will focus on answer writing because it's a Mission All India Rank 1 answer writing and quality enhancement batch. So we will enhance your quality of writing answers and we will enhance your knowledge in order to give you the content for writing your answers, and we will evaluate your answers as well. And once you take the subscription on Unacademy Plus now, we will be dispatching 20 books to your house. अगर आप हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट हो तो आपको हिंदी में किताबें मिलेंगी। If you are an English medium student, you will get the books in English and they will be delivered to your house. आपके घर तक आपको ये किताबें दी जाएंगी, भिजवाई जाएंगी। And these are free. These are worth 10,000 rupees, but free with 1 year subscription and onwards. अगर आप 1 साल या उससे ज़्यादा का subscription लेते हो, ये किताबें आपको free of cost मिलेगी. So because these are highly structured books containing the updated current affairs and previous year questions and answers, and created by best UPSC experts, they are going to give you an edge over others in your UPSC CSE preparation. वैसे तो we are providing discount of 10% if you use code ARPITA10. अगर आप ये कोड यूज करते हो तो we will provide 10% discount to you on your plus subscription. But we are also providing loan for UPSC. यहाँ पर एक कोड है ARPITA10, इस पर भी आपको 10% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा अगर आप ये कोड यूज करते हो, ठीक है। So this loan for UPSC is for those who are working professionals and simultaneously they want to get coaching and finances ki they are having some issues. No problem. If you want to get expert guidance on Unacademy but finance is the hurdle, so leave it on us. Unacademy is providing you loan for UPSC with 0 processing fees, 0% interest rate, approval in 2 hours, no hidden charges, minimal paperwork and flexible tenures. So you can apply for the loan. The link is given below in the description box. You can use code ARPITA10 to get 10% discount on your Plus subscription. And if you want to subscribe today, all the links are given below in the description box. And at Unacademy, we are providing live mentoring platform, one-on-one personal coaching, one-on-one doubt solving, evaluated test series, daily answer writing, and study booster sessions as well. So what are you waiting for? Take your subscription today and buckle up and kickstart your UPSC CSE journey. Coming on to the next important article, NGRI proposes landslip flood warning system. So here the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, National Geophysical Research Institute has launched Environmental Seismology. This is a group to develop landslide and flood early warning system. तो नेशनल जियोफिजिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट ने CSIR के साथ मिलकर एक इन्वायरमेंटल सिस्मोलॉजी ग्रुप फॉर्म किया है, जिसके थ्रू वो लैंडस्लाइड और फ्लड अर्ली वार्निंग सिस्टम को लॉन्च करेंगे हिमालयन रीजन के लिए. First of all, let us understand what is a landslide. Landslide means movement of mass of rock or debris down a slope. In the mountainous region, when you see that the mountains are there and the surface top soil of the mountain is loosening and it is falling down, that is landslide. And we all know about flood. जब water level rise करता है उसको हम flood बोलते हैं, कि वो जो आसपास की cities है उनको भी submerge कर देता है, तो उसको हम flood बोलते हैं. Now this early warning system for landslide and for flood warning, this would enable a very crucial warning several hours prior. Landslide flood होने से बहुत कुछ घंटे पहले ही warn कर देगा, so that people can escape from that area and appropriate mitigation efforts can be taken to save the people. Okay, so this will save human lives. The need for such kind of system was necessitated after February's rock slide flood disaster in the Chamoli region in Uttarakhand. After that, the NGRI and CSIR together have thought about developing this system. This National Geophysical Research Institute, it's a geoscientific research organization established in 1961 under CSIR. What is CSIR? Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Okay. Coming on to the next important article, British era bungalow is home to Brahmaputra Heritage Center. तो एक ब्रिटिश एरा बंगलो है जो कि एक पहाड़ की चोटी पर बनाया गया है. It is said that it's a 17th century military office of the Ahom rulers of Assam, and now it has been converted into a heritage center which depicts the life along the Brahmaputra river. Now here in this article they mentioned the Barpunkanar Tila, which means Barpukhan's hillock. What is this? And they also are mentioning over here, you can see Battle of Saraighat. This is important for GS paper 1 UPSC mains and prelims examination. So let us understand the Battle of Saraighat. This Battle of Saraighat, it was fought in 1671. Remember the year. 1671 when this battle was fought. And how you can remember the years and the events? What you can do is take a register. एक register ले लो, ठीक है? Maintain it for history. And in that register you can create page sheets, lines आप create कर सकते हो. Here you can write year, here you can write event, okay, here you can write when, not when, you can write why, okay, why, and you can write over here where and how. Okay, so for example this Battle of Saraighat, it was fought in 1671. Event was Battle of Saraighat. Event क्या था? यहाँ पर लिख सकते हो बैटल ऑफ सरायघाट, ठीक है. Here you can write why this battle was fought. So this battle was fought between Mughal Empire and the Ahom Kingdom, and this was the last battle in the major attempt by Mughals to extend their empire into Assam. So here why this battle was fought? To stop the Mughals from capturing Assam. Okay. Now where this battle was fought? कहाँ पर ये battle लड़ाई की गई? Fought on Brahmaputra river at Saraighat in Guwahati. तो आप यहाँ पर लिख सकते हो गुवाहाटी में ये battle हुआ at Brahmaputra river. Okay. And how में आप पूरा event describe कर सकते हो. Which were the parties which were involved? कौन सी parties के बीच में ये battle था? So parties involved were Raja Ram Singh I and Lachit Borphu Khan. Okay. तो यहाँ लिख सकते हो parties were Mughal Empire and Ahom Kingdom. Mughal Empire was led by Raja Ram Singh I and Ahom Kingdom was led by Lachit Borpukhan. I am writing in short. You can write the full names. Okay, point clear हो गया? And then what लिख सकते हो? What में you will write who won this battle. कौन जीता इस battle को? तो यहाँ पर आप लिखोगे the Ahoms they won this battle. Okay, Ahom kingdom जो था उन्होंने ये battle जीत लिया. So like this you can create you can say event timeline in your registers so that when it comes to revision you will be prepared for your preliminary examination. जब रिवीजन की बात आएगी तो प्रीलिम्स के लिए तैयार हो गए अगर आपके पास इस तरीके का चार्ट है. ओके, so here this battle here involves Lachit Borpukhan. Who was Lachit Borpukhan? Now there is a Lachit Borpukhan gold medal also which is awarded to the best cadet from National Defence Academy. This gold medal was instituted in 1999. So who was this Lachit Borpukhan? कौन थे ये भी समझ लेते हैं. Lachit Borpukhan was known for his leadership in the Battle of Saraighat. And this battle was an attempt from the Mughal side to capture Assam. But the Ahom kingdom and Lachit Borpukhan, they won this battle. Now it is said that Lachit Borpukhan, he was an inspirational leader behind this navy based battle. ये एक ना ocean based battle था, ठीक है. इनलैंड जो ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर है उसमें लड़ा गया था. तो it was naval battles on river, greatest naval battle on river. Okay. Now let us understand some few pointers about the Ahom kingdom also. The founder of Ahom kingdom was Chaolung Sukapa, ठीक है, and he ruled Assam for 60 years it is said. And the Ahoms ruled the land till the province was annexed to British India in 1826. तो Ahom kingdom को किसने annex किया? Britishers ने 1826 में Treaty of Yandabu sign किया गया था to capture Ahom. Okay, the Ahom kingdom. And the Ahom created a new state by suppressing older political system of landlords, which in Assam was known as Bhuiyans. Okay, Bhuiyans means landlords. Remember this. Ahom state जो था ना forced labor पे depend किया करता था. The labor were forced to work for the state. They were known as pikes. In forced labor को क्या कहा जाता था? Pikes. And the landlords were known as Bhuiyans. Okay. And Ahom society was divided into different clans, or you can call them khels. Okay. एक खेल में बहुत सारे विलेज हुआ करते थे. And they used to worship their own tribal god. So they accepted the Hindu religion and the Assamese language. ये point आपको याद रखना है. So now this was all for today. Let us give you the homework question for today. You have to let me know the answer in the comment section. Consider the following statements. Most of India's external debt is owned by governmental entities. All of India's external debt is denominated in US dollars. Which statement is correct? कौन सा statement इसमें से correct है? ये आपको बताना है. And this is your homework question for today. ये आज का आपका homework question है. On this note, we are wrapping up the session. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको आज का lecture अच्छा लगा हो. If you are really enjoying these lectures in the handmade notes, do let me know in the comment section so that I will continue making the handmade notes for all of you. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.